What's going on, everyone, and welcome to the East Coast Throwdown Community Throwdown Mortal Kombat 11 portion of your broadcast. I am one of your commentators tonight, Mr. Aquaman, and joined by Wonder Chef. And if you've been watching since Melty Blood, he's already been here throwing down this Tuesday afternoon. What's going on, Chef?
And I mean, I was sad because last week, we didn't get a chance to have the MK tournament, but we're back, and this one already didn't disappoint. I actually wish we got to see some of these matches. This bracket has some of the most upsets I think that I've ever seen in a bracket, and it is also unbelievably stacked, which I guess kind of leads to that happening. But I mean, why don't you tell them who we have in our winners finals, even just because with all the names. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me start off. I'm gonna look over here. I'm just going to say some of the names, right, that are in this tournament, right? So just going on the list, we've got Tweety, we've got Diddle, we've got Pop-Tart, we've got Full Auto, we've got Ludi, we've got Hijinks, we've got Sooneo. At this point, I haven't even skipped anybody's names. This is just how ridiculous this is. I'm just going to read the whole thing. Cloud Yeah, Gambler, Kerpo, Sizoth, MightyUnjust, I don't know, his 5, Lankiness, Trey Wolf, players I'm less familiar with, but oh, that's okay, yeah, that makes sense. Bio, Aztec, we've got Gur, we've got Blackout, we've got Honeybee, we've got Ghost. So yeah, just between all of those, why don't you tell people who's in our actual winners finals within this stacked bracket?
So through that all, I mean, if you go back and if you guys click the bracket tab, you'll see that this had an unholy amount of game fives. I was watching MightyUnjust's portion of the stream, his matches, and we were kind of going over results, and he's like, how did this entire round go to game 5? It's like everyone's playing out of their mind. This tournament was insane. There were upsets galore through the winner's side because we only stream top 4 here. It's going to be Sooneo going up against Gur in the winner's finals. Suneo's path went through early on, went through Hijinks, which is a huge rival of his, then got through Gambler, and then Ludi, who had a miracle run on the winner's side just to get to that point, fell to Sooneo. For Gur, went through Unjust, Honeybee, and M2S Blackout, which is a really good path as well. Both of them had to go through killers start to end. Also, just to note, just because I said his name, Blackout made me cry laughing last time he was on stream. His variation name was, his name is M2S Blackout, but it was M200 MS Blackout.
Oh yeah, I've seen that too. It's the best name ever. It's so good. It's perfect, absolutely 100%.
It's the greatest thing that I've ever seen. And I just talked about Ludi. Ludi is in top 4 on the losers side. He did make it through. It's going to be Ludi versus Unjust down there in losers. But he went through Biohazard, who, if you guys watched the last one, we know it's been a while, but it was Tweety and Biohazard in that grand final, both of them not making top 4 this time around. And Ludi is the one that sent Biohazard home right before top 4, also going through Pop-Tart in a reverse 3-0, and then 3-0ing Full Auto, who's been winning online tournaments as recent as last week.
And then of course Pop-Tart's the one who knocked Tweety into losers. So it's essentially Ludi kind of defeated everybody, by the laws of I don't know, whatever the actual rule is.
I don't know.
Yeah, sure. Laws of elimination. We'll just say that's the right thing, even though I have no idea. But, kind of eliminated both the top 2 in a weird way. But yeah, Ludi, I know, was super proud of the way that he's been playing today and his placement so far. But I'm glad to see him in top 4. And again, just based on what I said earlier, I don't want to make it sound like it's an upset that any of these players are in top 4, but it's an upset that I think that all of these players that we have in the top 4 are in the top 4, because it's a lot of players that have won plenty of tournaments, but not usually all at the same time like this. So it's super sick.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting winners finals for sure. We've got 2 of the slower paced kind of players going at each other here in winners finals, which has got me really excited. Unjust has been around the character select screen for his run today. It's been a lot of Liu Kang, which has got me excited, and Ludi, of course, that Cabal. So we've also got a lot of variety from Sooneo Gur. We've got the RoboCop coming in. With Gur, we've got the Gearus. Unjust, we've got, again, character select, random select. He could probably hidden pick us. I saw his Raiden. I saw all kinds of characters, and then Cabal, of course. And the only person's run I didn't talk about was Unjust's, who actually went through Lanky early on, really good Raiden player, then put Bio in losers round 2. Talk about a round 2 match that could have been a grand final. That's how crazy it was here. And then he lost to Gurr in the winner's side. It was a 3-2 match. Last game, last round. He made one wrong read. It was crazy as heck. If you guys didn't see it, definitely go back and watch that. And then took it over Gambler in a close one, I think 3-1 to make top four. Really good runs today.
Yeah, so both the players that we have in our loser semis, I guess it is, are looking to get their rematch against both of the players in grand finals. So hopefully whoever wants it more gets it. But we are going to probably, well, no, there's definitely a chance that we don't get a repeat match, but there's a good chance also that we do get a repeat match within that. But yeah, just the level of, I guess, play that we're seeing from these players right now is very impressive to get through this bracket. I'm trying to remember the last time that I saw Gurr and Sooneo play. I know I've seen Ludi and Unjust play a little bit more recently, but Sooneo and Gurr, I mean, I don't know. Can you think of any times more recently that maybe I just missed?
No, not of super lately. I don't know, man. In the top of my head, I cannot. Gurr hasn't been competing an awful lot of late, and it's really got me excited because I saw his name in there. I'm like, wait a minute, Gurr's competing. To me, it's been a couple of weeks, and it's really nice to see because Sooneo is one of the I think one of the most feared people in any bracket currently today in North America in MK11. I don't think I've ever seen someone see that they have to play Sooneo and be anything but salty about it. Like he is just that person in the bracket that no one wants to play. And I also feel that way about Gurr sometimes. So I feel like this is that battle of just two demons that no one wants to play, and Unjust and Ludi are down there going, oh man, we gotta deal with this. One of us has to, regardless.
Yeah,
That's
no,
one way to look at
it. I mean, yeah, eventually one of them is going to have, but they've already dealt with each one of them at least once, so they're going to have to deal with at least one more person like that. But it's true, you know, with Sooneo in particular, like, I feel like even if people are, even if you beat him, you're like, oh my God, that was such a hassle, you know, like that was like
him, he took a part of your soul with him. Like he's got a piece of it with him at always, just collected in a jar on his side at all times.
Yeah, like you won the battle, but you lost the war automatically. But yeah, like you said, this is, of course, it looks like names on the other sides, but they're going to be their classic characters. I see no reason for it not to be. And I'm interested to see how this plays out. I think I've seen Sooneo play more against Tweety, but Gurr is such a patient Garrus. You know, the way that Tweety and Gurr play is 100% different. So I'm excited to see how this ends up going.
So we're already seeing what I was about to try to make a read on, which is I think what Gurr needs in this matchup is the sand trap that actually counters projectiles. Otherwise, Suno's gonna be able to do the low shot pretty much for free, win all those trades, no problem. But if he's got the one that closes the gap, abuses that command grab, he'll be able to do just fine full screen. And it's such an interesting matchup if he's able to, you know, again, take away that low shot full screen. And it already tells me that he has, because Suno's trying to get close to him here early on. And when you're close to Gears with a command grab, ooh, you're always in hug range.
Yeah, I mean, already talking about the differences between Tweety's playstyle, but one of the things I really like so far is that I saw Gurr using the Sand Pillar, where the Sand Pillar can stop the classic Robocop strategy of jumping over Sand Trap or short hopping over Sand Trap like that, and then shield charging exactly like that. So I wonder if we're going to see more of that.
Oh, huge right there. Sooneo got super aggressive, but that's what he likes to do with this character, and he tries to do it again in the command grab. Oh my goodness, the mind games that are being played right now, Chef.
Yeah, this is. I mean,
actually, he actually called him out for it the second time. He's like, I'm gonna dash up grab. Oh, you down 2'd me? All right, I'm gonna dash up mid command grab. And he's still
I know, that's so rough. Oh no! Oh, this is the danger zone for sure. I love watching Gurr get corner pressure with the sand clone. I mean, I think that's such a sick move, and nobody does it like Gurr.
Oh, absolutely. This guy's got a 12th level intellect behind the mind games and the layers of the clone. Keeps it the corner.
Yeah, even read the breakaway with that 4-3 in a clone. Didn't end up getting any payout for it, but yeah, Sooneo is slowly getting chipped. And yeah, look, we're seeing the Sand Pillar, and it's actually making a huge difference here.
Actually, a wonderful zoning tool very early on. The only other person I saw zone with Pillar was Franco. Also known as Burrito Voorhees, really good with showcasing that it can zone people out very effectively if you're right on the read. And look at that, even if they jump, GG's, have a nice day. And Sooneo was feeling frisky because I saw him put out multiple EX canisters there, hoping, praying that Gur was just going to sit in it for a couple of seconds, I guess.
I mean, I guess at that point, with that much of a life deficit, you gotta take some risks to get more damage on board. Otherwise, you're just not gonna be able to make it back, especially with RoboCop, right? It's not like you're gonna just go and mix to death. But yeah, I'm still stuck on the sand pillars. It's such a good idea in this matchup. It's so good. I mean, the thing about sand pillars is that it's something that you tend to see only if you're trying to catch people out of the air, because I think as far as frame data goes, it's actually just generally worse than normal sand trap. So we tend to see people go for sand trap, especially you're going to get more reward for normal sand trap. But if your opponent's trying to sneak out of normal sand trap and you can catch him with that, then it just works perfectly. And I think last time that we saw Sooneo here, he played really well against Tweedy, using the strategy of just getting over it into the shield charge, but can't do that against Gur.
And this variation is not one that you see Gur play often, but it's built for this. And Gur's one of those guys that if you're sitting at home and you're like, man, how does someone do it with one character? Look at someone like Gur, who has a variation for every situation, and he's got like 7 of them. He uses every slot for sure.
Yeah, this is so cool to see. I mean, we don't see all that many characters that have even enough good moves that you can use like basically every move that the character has. But Gur can make it happen with Garrus.
It's great because, again, the thought process behind bringing the pillar that we've never seen any other Garrus really do in this particular matchup, because it can clip him in those jumps, in those OCP charges. He's got the stand trap. You can't do these low shots for free whatsoever. And then he's built like a demon up close in the natural aggressiveness that Garrus has with his buttons, backed up by a mid command grab. And then he's got his favorite tool, which is the clone, because he just does it differently with clone than anyone on planet Earth.
Yeah, and the clone means, oh, well, I was going to say such a good anti-zoning tool, but it looked like Sooneo just grabbed him from full screen, right? It looked like he just like grabbed him and just pulled him all the way in.
He reacted or something full screen. It was incredible.
I know. I mean, that must have been like a preemptive grab. That was so fast. But yeah, Sooneo not being phased by this variation anymore. Ooh, accidentally cornered himself though. That's unfortunate.
That's where Sooneo likes to be sometimes, because he has this way about him that I love. It's kind of old school of, I'm going to do anything and everything I can to get out of the corner, and it's very hard to deal with. He loves the instant jumps, the OCP charge OSs that get him out of dodge, but he hasn't got him out of jail whatsoever. Oh my goodness, 337. And that OCP charge with a weird block. He wasn't sure what side he was going to be on, but Gur went with the universal option and actually called it out beautifully with the throw.
Yeah, that was a very awkward hit, but Gur does have the life lead, and it looks like he's just trying to back up and try to hold on to it, although it's very close to not being a life lead, and at that point you're in trouble. Just little bits of chip here and there, but low auto 9 is the chip master.
Oh, that was a scary interactable. If Gur had reacted early enough, could have got the punish on the other way around. Instead, he's got the health deficit, full screen, tries to walk in the clone, what an aggressive call. Sooneo could have just... I can't believe he jumped towards Garrus with Fatal Blow. That's as simple as I can put it.
Yeah, that's still one of the scariest fatal blows as far as just reaction fatal blows. I mean, you go into the air at all and it's just, you're done so. But honestly, this is a weird thing to say, but I'm 100% confident that it's true. Sooneo is like extremely good at going to the air with a character that you don't generally go into the air a lot with. You know, like every single time, like when Sooneo is cornered, it's like jump out, jump kick, or it's just always finds ways to make it work in the air for whatever reason.
So, I also want to point out 7 minutes ago, Sooneo reminding me that they made winners finals of a Meta Threads event, which was very, very not too long ago, and I did commentate it. My memory's just that bad, Chef.
No, hey, with how much stuff you commentate, there's no way, you know, like everything blends together in general right now. Yeah,
whatever last week, I have no clue what's going on. But either way, loving the show that we're already getting here today at a 1-1 match here in winners finals.
Ooh, starting off with the crushing blow. And getting that life lead is huge. We saw that in the last game when, oh, wow, nice. Managed to get the full conversion. And not the usual full conversion that we see from Gur, because he actually has the full sand trap now.
Like full screen you go, every single touch that RoboCop does. Even on block. I hate to see it. They're over there. Oh, closing the gap so quick. Has multiple tools to close the gap as well.
Ooh, that was a very unnecessary risk right there. In fact, this is going to give Gur a really good opportunity to come back. That might be crushing blow. Oh, just barely not. I could have sworn that was going to be it.
It's pretty close right there. That was a betting man. Got a wonderful spot, though. Sooneo, not really feeling the pressure, although now I'd be starting to sweat. Where he was, definitely survivable with the fatal blow, but now it's a one-touch read, and that's going to be it for Gur. He didn't even read the breakaway. Now it's going to be guaranteed death. You truly never knew with that 1100, but with the breakaway, this is all secure. It's going to completely reset the damage of the fatal blow, reset the scaling, and close it out for...
And no defensive bar for Sooneo going into this, and he's cornered. That's really scary. Also, I mean, those interactables there can be really, really good, especially for RoboCop, but can't use them.
Ooh, reversal counter hit right there. A bit of a bold one in those neutral situations. Again, if Sooneo makes that jump forward read, he has the jump kick OS and OCP charge. Aggressive. And even more so, the down 1-1-1 catching Sooneo pressing a couple of buttons right there into the corner we go. Bombs in the corner. No, the bait of the wake up, and look at the reward that he gets here. Ooh.
Oh, that was so like pixel perfect. That was beautiful. And oh, doesn't have the bar. Wait.
Oh.
Hit the bar? What happened? Oh no, maybe he didn't have the bar. He didn't have the bar. I'm looking.
It was right before he built it. If only he was a little bit faster.
But now there's opportunity here.
I tried to make some kind of time joke right there. It was terrible.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, it was bad. I couldn't think of anything cool enough, if I'm being honest with you. The idea was solid, though. The idea was there.
Well, yeah, the idea's there. We'll think of a better one for later.
Yeah, we'll revisit that.
Yeah,
Months from now, when I
next time.
commentate this matchup again, I'll try to remember it.
In 2 months' time. All right, well, time stuff aside, this is now time for Gur to just win one more if he wants to make it into the grand finals. And that's pretty big considering who we still have in this tournament. You do not want to have to fight all the way through the loser's bracket. You want that extra pillow for sure.
Everyone here is in scary form. Everyone these guys beat for the past 3 rounds, probably each. Everyone in tip-top shape right now. There's so many community events going on right now. And shout-outs East Coast Throwdown here. Putting one on. That's going on every single week. $500 on the line if you're not signed up. I don't know if they'll like me calling the chat not the smartest people, but hey, I'm just saying, $500 free to enter.
Yeah, I mean,
what are you missing out on?
Free experience. Yeah, really, literally no reason not to. And I don't even think there's another tournament today, which is extremely rare for MK. I'm probably wrong. Don't quote me on that, but I don't believe there's another tournament at the exact same time for MK.
Blow him up in the chat if he's wrong on that. Thank you.
Yeah, blow me up. I'm used to it. All right, gonna get the full quarter conversion here into the. Oh, of course! I'm telling you, every jump works out.
Wake up jump kick is the Sooneo special.
Unblockable.
Unblockable works 60% of the time, every time.
Ooh, just double backdash. I don't know what that jab was. Probably trying to do something, but okay. Stay safe on the shield charge.
Ooh. Gosh, that command grab of Gearus goes so far. Here's another one. Ooh, the Titan tackle.
What are you going to do? You're going to block?
Might start to sweat right here. Oh my goodness.
Ooh, not the biggest punish it could have been.
It goes under the radar. Does it, Chef? Oh. One clone right there could have been it, but it goes under the radar, that command grab of Gearus. It is the farthest reaching mid command grab in the game. Is tied for, I think, the most ticks, and is one of the hardest to punish on whiff. In comparison.
It is I mean, it is very, very scary, especially just with the mids that Gearus has. That's the other thing, you know, like if you are in the corner and you don't block, you know, you're getting hit by 4-2-1 and then your life is over, and that's that. And then you go back and you Go to Twitter, I guess. But yeah, and then also the screen carry. You know, I mean, there's literally no move in the entire game that has screen carry like that. Oh, actually, Superman, but almost no move in the game, especially not a command grab.
Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I swear someone told me this, and I swear it's true, even though I've never, ever looked into it or labbed it. But I was told once that it's 60% of the screen corner carry, no matter where you are. In that, no matter where you are, it will carry you 60% towards the corner.
That, so like, I believe that. I believe that. Yeah, because you need to be.
It's insane.
Well,
if
gunshots tying up. Yeah, round start, right? Is close to KB.
You're going to be in the corner, right? That's exactly what that means as Sooneo ties us up at 2-2. But if you're at half screen, you're about in the corner. And that is a scary thing to even think about when you think about corner games and fighting games, is that this grappler, with everything else that backs it up, that is the real threat behind it, is that it takes you to the corner and Garrus goes, welcome.
Yeah, I mean, especially, it's not just like normal Garrus taking you to the corner. It's specifically Gur's Garrus that also uses the sand clone in the corner, which just becomes like the triple threat, right? There's command grab, there's the sand clone. You could even technically do the delayed sand pillar in this variation, which is always really fun to see setups of. Speaking of, that has
some kind of dirt in the corner. By kind of dirt, I mean don't get hit.
Yeah, this is actually one of the dirtiest corner variations in the entire game. I would have to say, like, the fact that it gets you there so quickly and then just absolutely mixes you once you get there. But so far, Sooneo's done a really good job of not really getting cornered all that much. And, you know, Sooneo the master of getting out of the corner.
Sooneo's I mean, what got him that comeback, he finally got the punish on the command grab with. But it was because he kept taking him on hit and that thing has a great hitbox to it, doesn't it? But the judo chop, and that's why he brought it. Close the gap. No one wants to fight.
Wow.
RoboCop at full screen here.
Oh no, nobody. Even if you have a variation based on fighting RoboCop at full screen, you don't want to fight RoboCop at full screen.
Let's say he was doing such a great job of keeping him away right there. The forward throw, the 50 cals, but the moment that he was out of that juice, when he was out of fuel, that offensive bar, Gur was able to close the gap. And he's got a little bit of life here, and he's trying to fight his way down to this fatal blow range. Not much chip left. 2 bars, 1 bar to block. Ah, if he was a couple of frames quicker right there.
Yeah, or if it wasn't RoboCop, with the low R9 being one of the fastest projectiles in the entire game, just can't get underneath it.
Ooh,
the light hit. I'm surprised. We almost never see that delay actually just raw hit in neutral. And that might be the first time I've ever seen it in tournament, but got the conversion off of it too, and the setup.
And what's interesting is right there, you saw that pillar anti-air really high. He actually could have gotten a sand trap right there, full screen. Yeah. It's a launcher as an anti-air. In the corner, you can do forward 2-1-2, close pillar, and it's a launcher, needless.
Yeah, there was some combo where you could do like a pillar into sand trap mid-screen just to look really cool, but it was optimal back in the day, so I just remember that looking really sick.
The, temporal advantage, and then you do the mid pillar, and then you do down 2, and then they launch into the down pillar and then relaunch. Looks really cool.
Oh, the fatal blow.
Wire here. Sooneo, those dash up grabs. They have been risky. That looked like it might have been perfect for the punish, but not in time. He gets the flawless block off and gets him to the forward 2-1. And this is final game. Final round. Ooh, these two have been in finals before, and we're just continuing the show.
Oh yeah, down to the very final round. But I was gonna say, Sooneo always goes for a fatal blow, always, every single time. And I actually got stuffed that time. I'm interested if he's gonna get another opportunity. Oh, nice, that should be the crushing blow. And look at this life lead and so much space to just walk back.
They're halfway bleeding. Gosh, those dash up checks, man. Every time you think that he's gonna sit back and try to zone you out, he boom. Changes the pace so quick, up in your face, and then he throws that advancing mid. So he covers like 3/4 of the screen with it instantly. Chip territory. This is nightmare situation. That was a nightmare situation. Sooneo put him in checkmate there. Full screen. Chip does the robot, and he's gonna dance his way in the grand finals. And everyone in this top 4 has made it into the money. So congratulations, Sooneo, guaranteeing a bigger cut with that victory here. 3-2 over Gur. And now we will determine who Gur's opponent will be in losers finals. Because waiting down here is going to be Mighty Unjust and Ludi.
Yeah, I feel like we just went from one of the like most like full screen matchups that we've ever seen to probably one of the least full screen matchups we've ever seen. Well, I mean, I guess it really depends, of course, on how or who Mighty Unjust decides to play. But I don't think we're going to see like a zoning character picked here. It's probably going to be somebody more up close. I'm fairly confident that Ludi's going for Cabal. Huh? What am I missing here?
So I got to read for you, Chef. You ready for this?
All right.
And this is for those that know one match at least from CEO. But I am gonna read Raiden.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, we saw that a lot as a pick against a lot more of the like airborne characters, especially like Cabal. I mean, that's very specific, right? Like these players in general too. So yeah, I mean that makes a lot of sense. For some reason, that like blanked out of my mind that even happened. That was such a wild tournament, just ridiculous tournament.
I was like, who is Unjust going to pick in this matchup?
Yeah,
Cabal.
Has he played it before?
Cetrion?
There were the days where Unjust was choosing a lot of Cetrion, but I don't know if that's going to be that. But I think it'd be really cool to see Raiden. You know, I think everybody still really enjoys watching Raiden. But Ludi really been on a tear today, only losing to Sooneo, who's now in the winner's side of grand finals. So essentially has only lost to the person that everybody else has lost to. Yeah, literally. Right?
Yep.
Literally every single person in this bracket now has... No. I'm sorry. Might have just lost to Gur. So not quite everybody has lost to Sooneo yet. But regardless, I think Ludi could still carry that momentum.
Absolutely. And going up against Unjust here, I think he's going to be feeling, man, the run that he had today, again, what you said, only falling to Sooneo. I know if I was in that position, I'd be feeling pretty good. I'm like, hey, the only guy I've lost to is sitting up there and everyone else is down here with me. I just got to get through them and then worry about him, right? It's one step at a time, and that's a step he doesn't have to worry about again. Everyone else, Biohazard, Pop-Tart, full auto, he 3-0'd full auto. You don't 3-0 full auto in online tournaments these days. He did. That is a scary statement in and of itself right there from Ludi. So if that goes to show you, Biohazard as well, it was a game 5 victory there. He's on fire tonight, and I want to see that fire in this gameplay.
Yeah, I mean, Ludi has been doing better and better over time. I feel like maybe within the last year, I would say, maybe even shorter than that. I mean, Ludi, of course, has always been a good player, but I feel like the results have been increasing slightly, over time. Really, like compared to the previous years of this game, Ludi's really starting to kick it.
Now it's just been a gradual increase. Wait, that's the other way. This way. Yeah, there we go. It's backwards for me.
There you go. Well, maybe it's back in time. I don't know. There's the whole Chronica thing and time stuff, and it's all confusing.
It gets reset at the end anyway.
Yeah. No, we got to the end of the usual 2-year life cycle. So now does time just go backwards? Is that how it works? It's just a cycle, right? I don't know. But
okay, wait, Chef, low key, you just hit a nail on the head because you said, after the 2-year cycle, do we go backwards? How many times after 2 years has our community gone back to the previous game after 2 years?
All right. Well, another thing going backwards. Right? I know, kind of. Yeah, in a weird way. But yeah, I'm surprised that we're going to see the Joker. This is a character that might just pulls out every once in a while, but I mean, every character that the Mighty just pulls out is a character he pulls out every once in a while. I don't think I've seen it in this matchup, is what I should say.
Yeah, this has got me a little bit surprised right here. Does he have... maybe he just feels that, he gets to put that out and then play his game behind that. I was curious if he brought the Boing and was just going to be leaping all over the place alongside of him. But not the case here. He's going to be trying to stay solid on the ground. Jeez.
Oh,
right when I said staying solid.
I know. Gets hit by the raw nomad dash into the crushing blow, the armor breaker crushing blow. That's super rough. But that's super tilting as well, you know, especially getting both of those in a row. Oh, got over it.
Wait a minute, nothing goes over that. Nothing, that was a miracle, back-to-back miracles almost from Ludi, but this is still tied up and he gets clipped by the overhead 4-2-1. Man, just trying to put him in the jail, and he checked the stagger of the 2-1. Unjust going for a weird, what looked like stagger into buttons because he just got caught.
I have to say that was really good in like meter management, or really meter like knowledge by Ludi to see that MightyUnjust was not going to be able to break away from that combo, because a lot of people, no matter what, would have just gone for like standing 4 into like fatal blow right there just to be safe no matter what. But Ludi stayed solid and now has a huge resource for the next 2 rounds.
That's something that definitely comes with time, that ability to, on the fly, in the middle of this match, in this situation, you've only got milliseconds to work with, to be able to look down at your opponent's meter and react. Oh boy, but you know what? Can you blame him with the health deficit? Can you hold that against Ludi for letting it rip? Absolutely not.
No, no way. Yeah, you got to try something right at that point, and that's when it's scary. You know, it's like a you know, get bunked in the head so late in that. It looks so funny.
You've activated his trap card.
Oh no, big crushing blow. Yeah, you got to spend meter right there. There's just no way. It's also safe from anti-crushing blow tech, so just spend it.
Good confidence on the screen by Unjust right there. Moving forward against Cabal right there is pretty ballsy. You're really afraid to eat a gas splash jump kick that becomes active in 0.1 seconds if he does it instant air.
Now we saw MightyUnjust go for we saw him go for an anti-breaker combo, but I don't like that so much. Just because like the down 2 combos from Joker already do so much damage if they break anyway. Oh, the reaction! I almost thought that bomb was gonna hit. For a split second, I was like right on top of Cabal. I was like, wait a minute, is that actually gonna connect? But nope, nothing's gonna stop that.
I actually 100% agree with the read on this. It was his final round. He started with it, got the hit, and he went for the EX Jack in the Box versus the down 2. Could have gotten much more guaranteed. I mean, almost the same guaranteed damage, but even more so if you'd have landed it. Ludi gonna take this, and I'm loving the aggressive plays from both of these guys. You talked about it. It really is kind of the complete opposite of what we saw on the winner's side, where it was a lot of cat and mouse. One wanted to play the keep away game. Here, really not so much. Because, yeah, you see Unjust from time to time backing off, and Ludi from time to time, you know, checking with a couple of jump backs and looking for things with Buzzsaw and just checking the advancements. But other than that, both of these guys want to be at the same range. Forward 2 range. Both of them. Same purpose almost. Same range almost. Forward 2 Jokers, same thing as back 1 from Cabal.
Yeah, they just want to be right in that mid-range and then just get one little hit and then take your entire life. That's basically their goal. And also the funny thing is that their previous match that we had in Winners Finals, that was like one of the most life lead oriented matches of all time, where like if you lose life lead, you are suddenly losing that matchup super hard. But this one, it's like you could get hit for 90% of your life and you would still just need to hit the opponent like one time to make the comeback. So it almost doesn't even matter who gets the early hits.
These are some disgusting damage dealers, if you think about it. And both of these guys, when you get hit without any form of breakaway, you're, what, 40% gone. Oh my God, are you kidding me?
And speaking of no breakaway, immediately MightyUnjust using his breakaway. So now for the next however many seconds, he cannot get hit at all.
Not getting clipped there. Getting aggressive too, man. Look at the pushback on that thing. I think there's only a couple of characters in this game that can deal with that, and he can abuse that against characters that can't punish it.
Yeah, it's super match specific. It's a lot like the oh no, the arm breaker again. And Ludi, one of the few people that I've I'm gonna say the only couple I've ever seen that 100% of the time cashes out on that armor breaking crushing blow. Like a lot of times people will save it in case they get the punish, but it also might be a matchup thing where he knows that he's not gonna get like a counter hit / punish down back 4. So regardless, it's worked out.
And it isn't the craziest, right? If you don't get the KB and you amplify it, it's like 30 less damage than the KB. It isn't the craziest KB to try to hold on to think that it's going to be what your comeback factor, right?
Right. Ooh,
box
oh, under pressure. Ooh, flawless block, but that was a good range. That was a good range. Not
I
punishable.
love it when Jokers just hold it and they play that mind game. Am I gonna let it go? Am I gonna let it go? Jeez.
Oh
And
my gosh, you can't get out of this corner.
This is that range of Jokers I was telling you about, where they just want to press these buttons.
Oh, got one down one. That was the entire chance, and it immediately disappeared. But yeah, this is the true disgusting range, and the nice thing is that I mean, Ludi can flawless block these. Clearly, I say as he immediately gets hit by one by messing up flawless block, but the range for Mighty has been so good. Yeah, that was nice to see the cornerback.
Chef, though, if he held onto the KB, that would have been the biggest unscaled combo in the game.
You're right. Oh, I didn't even see it in a defensive bar. That's rough life. But still, I mean, his damage is adding up pretty significantly. And I mean, hey, if you use the KB to win one round and then you don't need it for the third round, then hey, it works out. But not over yet. Like I said, 90% of life can disappear immediately. But what a read! What a read!
Dude, Ludi's reads in that final round. That one right there. And then when we go back to that reversal hook grab while he was holding the Jack in the Box. So smart. It reversed the position. And MightyUnjust was then immediately put from the best possible spot to thrown in jail with the key locked, and he never got out.
Yeah, I mean that was amazing, but yeah, I cannot believe that he neutral ducked the first like fatal blow dash cancel option in the entire set, like the very first time, because so often now you know, that's the threat is grab. So 90% of the time I want to say Jokers will just go for a mid to check you and then mix you up past that, but to immediately assume the throw and immediately be correct. Oh, hold on, this is not a matchup I expect to see, but right there is, if we look at the move, the anti-air move that Raiden has, there's a very similar option for Raiden, let's just say.
Even better Geyser Palm, an even better version. It goes further, it's bigger, and he can get a combo from it. This is a direct. Ooh, he has the Quantum Rift as well, so he's gonna put up his absorption. And Ludi already ready for the matchup. He said, "I'm not, sir, we're not gonna be doing all this, okay?"
That is the classic, that is the perfect example of that, like, I'm a genius, oh no thing, you know, that whole meme. That was exactly it. It's like, look at this matchup. I've got a variation for you, and then immediately you get spun, and you're like, huh, well, that sucked.
Matchup numbers don't matter when Rob no man dash it. There's some big damage. Look at the damage on that armor break, though. Wow. 436, and that's going to be enough to get him back into this one. And just looking for some 1-3 pressure. Whiffs entirely, but he goes to the throw after. Lost blockable gap right there, but he did it because Ludi doesn't have the defensive bar. It was really smart. He needs to be careful, though, because Fatal Blow's in play, and he can blow up the armor. Maybe he was confident going for it just because it won't kill. 10 health, or maybe he gets a crazy jump kick read, and Rain's jump kick is it's basically if you turn Guile's flash kick upside down.
I always liken it to the Black Adam jump too. It's like that, nearly that exact kick, which is an amazing jump attack. All right, breaks away pretty early, makes sense. We've seen MightyUnjust really not afraid to break away in this set.
That's got PTSD, thanks, Chef. I appreciate it, man.
No problem, no problem.
Ooh, I like that movement, but if I unjust, that's going to create a lot of those anti-air opportunities. He actually had one right there, just didn't react in time. Ooh, he's got no resources.
And
take it for
no
here.
Meter
He didn't break the tidal wave, so he does have a little bit of mix-up.
Oh my gosh, just running away with this. Ludi looking a little bit less comfortable against this pressure. Okay, finally gonna get an opportunity, and this is going to be the differences here. The damage of Cabal versus the damage of Rain. I mean, this is now one more conversion. It almost worked, but the low's gonna take the game. That was super close to working.
Oh, yeah, I thought it worked. It was so close. But you see why Unjust went for the pick, right? There weren't a lot of times where he was able to just make the reaction or just put a geyser palm out, because he's playing it a lot smarter than that. You know, you can go to Rain, and if you have a pocket Rain, you can just pray that move is going to save you and just put it out right. But he is trying to play a lot more of what the character is designed to do, and love to see it. Abusing the movement really well. the staggers really well. 1-1-3 is one of the best staggers in the game. You know, when you have tidal wave, and feel free to yell at me for saying this, but because it's online, tidal wave mix-ups are real. I don't care who you are.
I mean, I've seen it hit offline too, plenty of times.
Thank you. Yeah, but
it's like saying the Garrus 1-1-1 mix-up is fuzzyable. No, even offline, everybody gets hit by that. Come on. We're like 3 years of this game, people still get hit by it. Maybe if you're Ninja Killer, you can have that kind of timing, but we're all humans, so
yeah, we're humans,
not robots. Yeah.
Ninja, if you're watching this,
I say you.
Go plug yourself back into the wall.
Yeah. And download all of our skill. Yeah. No, I say that as a compliment. But yeah, and this is a whole different game. It's 100% been the pressure from Ludi. Actually throws him out of the corner. He does get the side switch, of course, but might have been a little bit of disrespect there. It's just patience, though, from Unjust.
That was disgusting. Those instant air reads, and look at the damage he gets off of that. That's 400 off the table. Nothing he could do about it. His defensive bar just came back too late to save the day for him, and Ludi is on match point now. Talked about how hot he was coming into this match. He's shown us. He has showed us.
Yeah, and even like adapting to this matchup a lot better, like really understanding the spacing, and it's not easy. Wow, really awkward jump kick right there, but it's not easy because Rain moves so fast. You know, like you can't chase him down the way that you normally do, especially the way that MK11 is playing. So to adapt to that is strong, but MK11 kind of taking things back here. Nice flawless block.
190 off it. Not terrible. One of Rain's biggest weaknesses is not being able to do a lot of damage when he doesn't have the resources. Not the biggest damage dealer in general. So that's where I can see this matchup not being crazy. Because look at that. He ate 19% for 4, 5, 6 bars that he spent in the past, I don't know, a few seconds. And this is still winnable for Ludi. Ooh, good mix there, though.
Oh, okay, nice tech. That was a really nice tech. Read the, okay, you know what? Second time's the charm, I guess, is what they say. Finally seeing that work as the anti-air that it was intended to. It was on a read that time, though.
Oh, and there you see, if anyone's asking what that Thanos portal looking thing is, that is a projectile absorb.
Yeah, it's really interesting seeing that used.
Has some weird mechanics to it, too, paired with other moves that can lead to some cool KBs. But here, just to negate that aerial buzzsaw.
Yeah, so you don't have to guess, you know? Like, if he jumps at you, you can A no matter what. That's really what the guess is right there. All right, but MK11 less than half life in this corner right now. Whoa! Weird backwards conversion, but that was super sweet. It's going to be one mix-up to death. Spends the bar. Actually has no offensive bar right now. I don't know if it's going to come into play, but gets under with that movement, and oh no!
I don't even know if that combos. Oh, the fatal blow is actually really hard to come into with Rain.
Yeah.
Unjust.
Yes.
He's buying enough time to get it back. No! Right when he did, he got met with the air-to-air by the stanky boot of Cabal's 3-1 Ludi. The streak continues here tonight.
Yeah, that is just another name. Just another name in his kill list here that he's taken down. I mean, I'm just gonna go through his bracket right now because this has been amazing. So he started off getting a bye. Good job. Wait, no, he didn't get a. Oh, I don't know. Okay, so he started off against full auto, right? Like you said.
You did it.
You did it. No, you started against, you said it all before. He started against full auto, and then he beat 3-0. Pop-Tart beat 3-2. Lost to Sooneo, but then down in the losers bracket is where it gets more disgusting.
He fought Biohazard.
Yeah. That's I mean, that's like all many champions that he's had to defeat, and then now the MK11. Yeah, like literally almost all of the like most common, I would say, online tournament winners have been eliminated now from the bracket. Most of them by Ludi himself. So that's a very impressive statement, I would say.
It is, and now he gets a match with someone that he hasn't run into so far tonight. Another one here. It's going to be Gur, who's been looking red hot himself. You know, Gur only falling to Sooneo as well. So both of these gentlemen, like you said earlier, now we're in a situation where Sooneo is sitting back in grand finals like this.
Just chilling. Just chilling. No, he's sitting there like a robot. Come on. He's a RoboCop, man, you know? He's just sitting there waiting for crime.
Waiting for a match.
Searching.
Sooneo, is this you?
Just sitting there waiting. Just absorbing. You're just downloading. Although, okay,
Just like
here's my real question.
Charged into the wall, just like getting
Exactly, just directly plugging like a USB-C into the computer, or like an HDMI. I'm directly downloading all this data from all these matches. But no. Here's the question. You know, you've Sooneo. You got to beat Sooneo 6 times to win this tournament. You have to get through that zoning 6 times. Do you think that maybe Gur and Ludi are sitting there and they're like, "Do I really want to win this?" Or do I just want to get third? Man. I could go do something else. I could play Kombat League. I could go enter an entire other tournament and probably finish it in time before that would happen. But yeah, no, I'm just kidding. They obviously want the win, but that's going to be a rough road for either of them.
It's going to be, for Ludi, you know, the run back is going to be tough because you have to 6-0 someone that 3-0'd you in the winner's side. That being said, he's catching a lot of fire coming out of losers, and that's my favorite storyline ever. When someone makes the longer losers run coming into grand finals, and my real favorite situation is when they haven't played before, but these two have, and it was 3-0, so you know you do have to think about that. And then with Gur, he wants it, but he hasn't played Ludi, and so is he going to overthink this and say, I'm just going to get my run back with Sooneo, and I just got to think about how to beat him. It was really close. It was 2-2. Last hit, man, I should have been in grand finals. You know, that money should be mine. You have all those thoughts going on in your mind, and then you forget what's in front of you, and it's a Cabal leap into 400 damage. So he's got to stay composed, and the variation is going to change, I think, from Gur in this one too, Chef.
Yeah, this is a lot of the same threat of the of RoboCop, which is a weird thing to say. You know, that kind of like instant air dash range is very similar to the shield charge range, but the big issue is that that's going to be a lot like faster and a lot more flexible, and it's going to be plus if you end up having to block that situation. So it's a million times scarier. And if you do with, you know, for example, like the sand pillar, if that's the option that Gur goes to again, then you get hit by a jump 2 and you die. So it can be a very scary matchup, especially with the fact that I feel like Garrus has kind of always had an issue dealing with people with air projectiles, so that air buzzsaw can kind of bully, especially if you're just trying to hold on to a life lead. So I am interested to see what we're going to see. I think the sand clone is going to be really important here to be able to teleport, to be able to explode, but I don't know what else Garrus is going to choose.
You know, the more I think about it, the more he might just stick with this variation. Because I thought about him bringing the other sand trap, and I'm like, what other move are you going to bring that's going to be helpful in this matchup? That isn't clone. I expect him to go with clone 100%, right?
Mm-hmm.
If he sticks it out with the pillar, I can understand why you would pick pillar. If you're right, you get something going. But what sucks is that the risk reward is very highly not in your favor in that one. Versus the OCP charge, if you're wrong against RoboCop, that's a lot better to eat to the face, quite literally. And you know, it is what it is right there. And so sand trap, if you're gonna have it, if it's gonna hit in this matchup, you'd want it to close the gap. So I think that he might stick out the same variation. The sand pillar is the one that I'm iffy on, actually.
But yeah, I can see it being useful. I can also see it being like just something that sounds good. Okay, so we're gonna see shifting sands. I actually don't know how shifting sands works in this matchup.
Yeah, this is gonna be quite interesting. He went with that variation minus the pillar instead of going for shifting sands, and a lot of Gearuses use that just because, again, a lot of Gearuses only like 2 moves. It's weird, and then they pick shifting sands just to fill a slot. Gur might use it in this. The problem is that all of Cabal's mobility is special moves. Actually, no, special moves are what are affected by the shifting sands. So when it's active, Cabal might have a hard time moving around. We'll see, because normals are how you get through shifting sands. But
yeah, I genuinely don't know. I don't know how it works. Like, I've never seen a Cabal, for example, try to air dash out of shifting sand. That's kind of a weird little thing, but maybe we'll see it. Gur does for sure use shifting sands on occasion. So, that's a whiff punish. Oh my gosh, that was beautiful. Perfectly out of the range. And that's tough. That's a really long weapon normally.
Ooh, went for the secret sweep right there too to catch Ludi off guard. Oh, he's getting sucked. Oh, he was able to make a throw like it was nothing. He was like, you know, but to be fair, he was on the edge, and the forward jump I think got him to the range where it got him out of the suck. Put up another one.
Oh, yes. It made it with the second jump. Okay. This is so he's definitely got ways to get out of it, but also I think that kind of like says, hey, I'm jumping and air dashing out of this, and it's not like you're completely unanti-airable here. Like Garrus can down two you. Garrus is an amazing down two, or air to air, or just get hit,
or raw fatal blow, but not going to be the case here. Round going to Ludi in the fire. Continues from him, makes a huge right there, but if he would have got the confirmation, two of them.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, there's not much you can do about that. That's just awkward spacing, right? Just it's the risk you take by playing such a weird mobility character. And I'm gone.
Back to full screen you go, and this is what I think Gur wants. Oh, he actually missed that. I never see Gur miss time that sand trap. I'm actually shocked right now.
Oh, the breakaway into the shifting sands, very weird. I'm still not afraid to jump. Hey, just keep jumping.
Gur really late on his body splash attempt right there because he wanted the plus frames, and that's what I love about the mind games of jump-ins are. In this game in particular, are if you're going to do a late jump in or an early jump in, and how your options change because of that. And right there, if you would have gone for the early jump in, which would have been the harder to anti-air, would have been good. Dude, the mind games are unreal. Breaks my brain.
Oh, man. Shifting sands is so funny. I cannot get over it. Oh, the armor break. Yep, no way to get out of that. You might as well try to armor break at that point, right? There's literally like no reason not to try. But wow, yeah, super dominant.
I like that it's making Ludi have to like think and take a couple of risks, maybe even with it, but still able to maintain some form of control off of these hits, and is up 1-0 here. But I do love the shenanigans that is shifting sands on screen. Oh, is it fun?
Yeah, so I actually think that it was working out really well for Gur, but I think Gur wasn't taking full advantage of it because Ludi was either whiffing normals in the sand trap, in the sand, which means that you can whiff punish, which Gur has obviously proven already, even in that game, that he's super capable of, or Ludi was doing like full jump air dash out, which is at least the very minimum you get some sort of option to like counter that, whether it be like trying to outspace it and catch him on landing or just trying to raw anti-air. But a lot of times Gur just seemed like, I don't know, maybe a little bit too passive when the shifting sands was working out. So I want to see some whiff punishes.
Game 2 begins here. Ludi on the hunt here. Is already closing the gap. He's got Gur in the corner. He's going to teleport out. Does. Wow.
I'll never understand how like the smartest, safest players in the world with Cabal will still be able to just like raw nomad dash with no fear from full screen. Oh, good conversion.
Whoa, he was ready for it. Jump in, and it was so late to reduce the recovery on it into block. That was 12th level intellect again on display from Ludi here. That was the most anti-Gur thing to do when you can make a read that they're godlike and are going to flawless block.
Honestly, that was even impressive to flawless block that late of a jump in, but are we allowed to call that a safe jump? I feel like we should be allowed to call that a safe jump. I mean, that's literally the fastest up two in the game, so I'm going to say it regardless.
Well, a safe jump implies that you can't get anti-aired, and I feel like that's like the one where you can get anti-aired. Maybe, I don't know. If it's on knockdown, I guess you're right. Yeah, if it's on knockdown.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, so much damage added up just in the past few seconds of us talking about nonsense. Oh, again! Oh, but he couldn't get the combo.
It took him out of his own combo.
I wonder if he could have just done spin and just kept going. Oh, speaking of spin, rip. That was a rough one. But yeah, the shifting sands working out. I wonder if you can Nomad dash out.
That was beyond unfortunate, though. I've never seen it pull it just outside of a range of a launcher connecting to a special, but perfectly.
Like, exactly. Oh, what the down two? And actually only a down one punish. I wasn't expecting the down two to come out right there, I think.
On Cabal of all characters, too slow. Good staggers. Ooh! Wow, Ludi actually using the 10 frame mid. Hold on a second. Forward 4. You barely see that one.
Yeah, it's I mean, hey, it's important to have that just for checks. I mean, there was a lot of down ones in that little exchange, so I understand it. All right, you're back to mid-screen. I mean, that's a huge reward for that command grab. Oh, and now huge reward for actual damage.
Gur making some really good reads right there. Put out the shifting sands and then called out the air gas in. Got a huge reward, and now he's resetting the situation. Is he playing like Mario level creator on us? What the heck?
I know. He's just setting up a whole bunch of just like sands to get through.
Making his own obstacle. Oh!
Oh.
Oh, 369. One more hit though for either double fatal blow.
Fatal blow. Oh, this is like the two reacting fatal blows.
Yeah, both of them. Two triggers.
Oh, he's trying to bait it. He's trying to bait it. He's trying to. Oh. What even expected? Down one.
Okay, wait a minute. You're telling me that? I mean, you have to think about. There was so much respect on the screen of those fatal blows that you just forget things exist sometimes, and you forget too late. Like, oh my god, I just got hit by an overhead interactable.
I mean, everybody forgets about that always. You know, even when you're at full health and it's like right in front of you, everybody forgets that hammer exists. But especially when you're in that like super scary moment, you're ready to fatal blow something, and then you block it down one, and it's down one into hammer. Like, what is this? This is like some, I don't know. There's got to be some character that does that. I guess Shao Kahn does, but yeah, it's like what? Like, what was that? So, hey, it was a good option. It was very smart. It was very scary to do, but it worked.
Yeah, and was the read that he was gonna counter poke, jump, read command grab after the down one? Like, that was kind of a. It isn't the most crazy mix-up situation, you know?
Yeah. I mean, maybe make you fear down one sand trap. I don't know. Whatever it was, it worked, and it may never work again, but you don't need it to. All right, is he gonna cash out? Yep, every single time. I swear.
Why not? 30%. And you know, you can. What I've noticed so far in watching Ludi is that I think that he likes to try to get that momentum as quick as possible, no matter what, and that's a good way to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because it's one of the easiest ones to hit.
He also really was willing to expend a lot to win the first round is something that I've noticed, and he does very often win the first rounds, and sometimes he'll have some shaky moments within the second and third round, but he tends to at least find an opportunity in one of them eventually.
What in the conversion?
That was so far away, it just like floated him back. Yeah.
It did. Okay, if you would have froze it before it comboed, I would have bet any amount of money it would have dropped. Oh! And Gur with the best anti-air in MK11. Temporal advantage.
It really has a ridiculous anti-air hitbox. So if you make that read, if you react to like a super early jump, it's wild.
It just feels the best. You're like, I'm so good at reading your jumping, I'm gonna freeze you in place and make you think about your mistake for a while.
Yeah, it's like the ultimate demoralizing thing where you're like, I gotcha, and then you're just frozen in exact pose. Oh, the full conversion. All right, this isn't quite enough, but one more mix, of course. Strike or throw, or just get hit. There was no fatal blow there.
It would have been close. I mean, it would have put him on a hit. If he can get one into it now. Scary. Oh, he tried to make it huge. Did he try to read Nomad Dash? What the heck?
I don't know.
God, like it worked. Oh!
Could have got him again. Oh, that's so scary. Oh,
I thought he was gonna fatal blow. No. Man, there have been a couple of times Ludi's jumped, and I swear he's giving Gur opportunities to react with fatal blow. One right there in particular, right before the end. Ooh.
Yeah, it's I mean, we haven't seen the fatal blow come out at all, really, from Gur, actually, surprisingly. But I mean, maybe it's just because Ludi is throwing out so many just barely safe options in that fatal blow range that suddenly it's like hard to react to like one single thing when it finally does happen. And maybe that's his whole idea, because he's been playing around that range extremely well. But yeah, then when Gur moved in, he still jumped. And there's no way you're getting away from that. So I don't know, maybe he was just scared he was going to get hit by the saw first, or maybe it was just one of those things where it's just like Ludi is moving at such a pace that it's hard to deal with.
I could have inserted so many Cabal puns on so many things that you just said right there. Just coming out at a different speed than his opponents, quite literally, in and out of the game. He's up 2-1 here. And this would be a statement to the community right now from him. If he's able to beat this many current titans of the competitive echelon.
Yeah, I mean, this is already a huge statement, right?
With a victory here. Yeah, I mean, so far. Again, full auto. Biohazard. In the previous round, he got, what, MightyUnjust. And then
Unjust.
Here, if he can take it over Gert, that's ridiculous. That's tournament champion.
Oh, and Pop-Tart, of course.
Reverse 3-0 in that, too. It was a reverse 3-0 that early. God, that was just the start of his tournament. That was just the saving.
Oh, went for the reset right there, and I like that. He knows he's not going to get that much off the knockdown, and you know what? It's paying off. He gets an opening eventually off the pressure from the reset, and now match point for Ludi to potentially, like you said, take down another Titan.
Oh,
or at least a Titan servant.
What was the read right there? I don't even know. Round 2 fight, raw hook grab.
Good block on the overhead. Reactable, like I said earlier. Of course. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, okay. It's the full thing. I'm not going to go for that reset again. I liked it, though.
Man, Gur uses that sweep a lot. Have you noticed?
I know.
I'm digging it.
Yeah.
It's really going to block the pushback on it. Resets neutral quite well.
It also really low profiles him, strangely. He gets really low to the ground. Definitely does yoga.
And it's quick. It's a lot quicker than you realize.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Really got under the ball on that one. Built a little bit of space. Oh my goodness, this is ridiculous. Gur right now. It looked like he was just ahead of Ludi's thought process for like 10 seconds straight right there.
Oh, but you know, for all that time, honestly, all it takes is one hit.
Yep. There's a reactionary fatal blow, but you're right. That is such a determining factor in some matchups. Is you just get out damaged for every touch, and with a character like Cabal that has the access, he's able to endure. You know what? He put it all on the line, and it kept him alive. And you gotta respect it. The raw fatal blow reaction, and then the just do it sand trap. Thank you for the round, and he's staying alive here. He wants more.
I like that.
Of this $500 prize pool on the line.
I think that Ludi, when Ludi gets to like a point like that, is like I said, like can play like wild, you know, can just do something just for the sake of like, you know, this is my chance. Even if its risk row seems weird, but yeah, Gur not even allowing that. But still, this is still match point for Ludi. Gur, I feel like has a lot more momentum though. Still no crushing blow, just barely.
Just outside of that one, Ludi gets out of dodge. Gur jumps back in and puts you right back in the jail. And the hit advantage of this, and how much, you know, the distance that it puts you away after the command grab lets you play this game right here. Gets another armor break, and this might be death.
That's it.
The judo shot from hell for 415 damage. Gur says, "Sir, not today. We're going to a game 5, baby."
At least not that easily today.
At
not
least
going to go down without a fight for sure, yeah.
For the moment.
For the time being.
Yeah,
that's... I like the offense. I like the command grabs. There was way more that Gur was doing to throw off Ludi than just trying to like outspace him and play defensively. And I think that worked out extremely well. But we'll see if he can keep doing it. It's not easy to get the pressure started, you know? Like, your normals are not nearly as good as Cabal's. You just have to, like, start and then never stop.
Do you remember when I said that this tournament had too many game 5s when we start, before the stream even started? We've already got 2 out of 3 going the distance in this top 4.
Yeah, and then the one that we didn't get going the distance was the Sooneo match, which ends up taking as long as a 3 out of 5. So, or sorry, game 5. Oh, gets the splash over. That's a great start. You want the momentum going into this last game. That might be a crushing blow. Okay, I'm gonna be right one of these times. I promise. Eventually.
Gur, this is Gur's 3rd game 5 in a row. It was 3-2 over the MightyUnjust. He lost 2-3 to Sooneo. And he finds himself here again, and he lands the judo chop from hell to get him started. And this is what momentum looks like in the middle of a set to completely shift from one person to another.
That was absolutely disgusting. Forward 3 into the clone explosion, into the armor breaking sand trap. Like, that's everything you want ever in this character. And not even a single solid hit landed by Ludi. It looks like Gur is in total control. But Ludi just needs to find one opening. Oh, there it is.
That's what we call a hood perfect right there, Chef.
Just about as close as you can get, but oh my gosh. All the damage this time coming from Ludi.
Ludi is over halfway towards his own right now, looking to respond to violence with violence.
Oh, corners himself. Still has some pressure, but okay, yeah, now it's time for Gur. Although Gur is just going to back up. There we go. Yeah, I think Gur needs to take this chance to take the advantage in pressure because he has to make up a lot of damage, and a lot of his crushing blows are gone.
Oh, and again, the response almost identical. Hood perfect response by Ludi right there. Not getting touched by a single actual hit, I feel like, other than a poke. And we go to a final round in the most shocking manner, almost a flawless between them.
Yeah. They've basically played out one round so far worth of damage, but yeah, this is really going to be about who can hold the momentum. And we saw it earlier. Oh no, didn't get the conversion. That was huge. Still going for the overhead mix-up, but still it hasn't hit. And Ludi's getting a lot of mileage from these saws. We're seeing almost a fourth of the life just gone just from air saws.
Oh my goodness, even more so. You're right. It's just adding up right now. The instant airs and that.
No defensive
really
bar.
On life alert right now. He's really on life alert. Cannot get hit. This is so much damage, and it's gonna be close to death. And he has to worry about chip damage right now. No defensive bar, and so much meter available for Ludi defensively, offensively too. He's gonna get one block back right now, and he went over it. Are you kidding me? It's as if it was predetermined or predestined to get away from it. But he still gives her a chance here. Oh my goodness.
Oh, he's at chip. Yeah, that was going to be so hard to get away from. He just went for the down one just to check. I cannot believe that fatal blow didn't connect. I cannot believe it. Immediately in my mind, I was like, wow, that didn't hit because Cabal's mobility is wild. And I'm like, wait a minute. All he did was jump back. He didn't even do anything.
Do you remember earlier when I said I would have lost every dollar I had if I made the bet on something not hitting that actually hit? I would have lost all my money saying that would have hit. And it didn't. A miracle.
I would have as well, for sure. I wish that it's those moments where I wish we could really have a hitbox here because I would have loved to see the exact just
give it to
barely range. Yeah, that we just barely missed that hitting by. But I mean, we've seen. I'm not going to rule out the possibility for sure that was intentional because we've seen Ludi play around the range that fatal blow like so many times, just constantly. That's like his main game plan. So a raw jump back in the corner is a kind of a strange option, but it turned out to be perfect. And I mean, that's again another a huge player in the scene going down to Ludi in one tournament. It's going to be like what, 7 now?
It's ridiculous. He has got quite a collection of heads, but he still needs one more if he wants to try to take it here tonight. And it's going to be the run back and someone that is the one that put him in the losers. And it was 3-0 in Sooneo's favor, but he's sitting up there in grand finals. He has to beat him twice. 6 games is what he has to take. Can he do it? We're about to find out. But I love this chef. He's coming out of losers, and he's coming in red hot. He has defeated some legends in game 5s. For Ludi, hold on one second, because I've got the bracket pulled up. For Ludi, this guy won game 5 there. He had a game 5 against Gur right there. He had a game 5 against Biohazard to stay alive. He had the game 5 against Pop-Tart on the winner's side. It's like, man, he's been points from elimination multiple times in this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that clutch factor. The clutch factor is coming huge here. I really thought that Gur had found the answer and had like really locked it down the comeback in that set, but yeah, just turned around just as quickly. And like you said, against Pop Tart, you know, it was a 3-0 comeback after being down 2 games. So maybe Ludi's just one of those players that just plays best under pressure. When, you know, when it gets to that game 5 round 3, it's just like he just knows what to do. He just all of the computers in his head turn on, and suddenly he's running at like 4 times speed, literally. But now the question is, can you do that in a long drawn out set, right? Because you don't really get to have those clutch moments as much in a zoning matchup like RoboCop, like Suneo's RoboCop. Like you have to just play slow and take your time and not mess up, and that can be really hard for players that are just brawling and making the right decisions.
It's gonna be a great one, man. An absolute classic. Sooneo, a monster, a demon himself, gonna be going up against Ludi. It's gonna be RoboCop. It's gonna be Cabal, ladies and gentlemen. And if you don't know, there is money on the line. $500 is gonna be split amongst top four. A better placement means more money, baby. And we got Matthew in chat saying Buffalo FGC being represented in grand finals. That is right.
Yeah,
BFGC, shout outs.
yeah, that's actually what I was right about to bring up. Good timing. Is that both these players are from similar areas, right? They're both
Oh, you're
upstate New
right.
York players. Yeah, so they for sure have played together. And I don't know if they practice together very much, but for sure, I mean, this is a really good representation for the area.
Oh, they're both BFGC. They are. Oh my goodness, they are. Wait a minute. Is
Yeah,
there
it's
like a why is the Northeast so good at MK though?
I don't know. It's not fair. It's simply not fair. When's the last West Coast player that's done well? Let's look at this bracket. It's not to blow up my own scene or anything, or my own coast, but who's the closest to West Coast here? Do
Yeah,
we get
let's.
to claim
I
Gambler? Do
mean,
we get to claim Gambler?
this is called
East
East
Coast
Coast
Throwdown.
Throwdown.
You're
I'll
right.
see myself out. I'll see myself out, Chip. I'm so
Hey, no,
sorry. I'm so
you're
sorry.
right. It's the East Coast Throwdown or the West Coast Throw Out, more like, because yeah, I mean, realistically, all we could do is count Gambler, and I'm looking all the way through the bracket here as to who's the closest that we can do. I mean, yeah, it's basically Texas is the best that we can try to hope for here, because
That's
yeah,
the best.
but I mean, that's just been how it's been, right? Hmm.
I think you might be right. That's the thing. I think I think Pop Tart's kind of west. I think he's west of Texas, like Arizona-ish, kind of. I might be wrong. He actually might be Texas.
I,
I have no idea.
I thought Pop Tart was in the Northeast.
I think Pop Tart
I
is because Pop Tart went to Mash House and he drove there, so that tells me that he's close-ish. Maybe
maybe.
does chat know?
I don't
Does
know.
anyone know?
Yeah, yeah.
If Pop Tart
Chat,
is the
please
only
help
one,
us.
then don't tell us. But I don't know where Pop Tart is either.
Oh,
He's just a Kotal Khan ghost. He's the ghost of Kotal from a story mode because he keeps getting murdered.
rip, big rip.
just just a vengeful Kotal spirit looking to get revenge.
But yeah, definitely, it's like the further northeast you get, the stronger you get at Mortal Kombat. It's just the rule. I don't know why it is. It's just how it is. It's the old
Ah,
VSM roots or something.
thank you, Eric. Pop Tart is Texas. Lankiness is Cali. Lanky's Cali. Dang, I didn't know that either.
Lanky's Cali? I didn't
Mm-hmm.
know that. Hmm.
Because he
All
didn't go
right.
to anything ever. I'm just kidding. I said that for Chef.
Hey,
Chef, I said that for you.
I appreciate it, but we also haven't had very much for a very long time, even before COVID.
You're
So
raising a really good point. You're raising points, and I'm not going to argue.
yeah, yeah. No, I'm not hating. I'm not hating. Actually, huge shout outs to all the like STG crew that are doing stuff out here in the West. Like J Chan is super strong
Yep.
player from here. That's for sure one. Just obviously not in this bracket. Han does well sometimes, but I can still make fun of Han. That's like my prime directive. There's some players and they're really like playing together and grinding and getting better. But yeah, not in this tournament for sure.
Which is crazy because Han Rashid liked a tweet of mine right before this tournament went live. So he was around and he could
Hmm.
have. Get in there. With the West Coast needs representation. I also really want to
come on.
Fujin. I love that Fujin.
Yeah, no, it's like one of the few Fujins left. No, not a ton of them. Thought there was gonna be more, but you know, that's not something for today. We see the other wind god, the one who actually has even better aerial mobility, maybe. AKA Kabal.
Oh, I mean, both of these characters might have better air control than Fujin.
Yeah, you're right. You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. Oh boy.
So,
all right.
This is a run back, ladies and gentlemen. If you're just now tuning in, it's grand finals. Sooneo coming in from the winner's side. Ludi from the losers. They did play each other in semifinals of winners, and Sooneo did take it 3-0. So something in the sauce of RoboCop was given. I think Ludi's some trouble, and Sooneo loves to play that aerial dominant game of Aero CP charge, and he brings those high rockets because they hit Kabal so high in his jump art.
I love the you down with OCP. That's a great variation name as well.
Yeah, you know me.
You know me. Oh, I love the little short hops. Nobody. I know. I was gonna do it, but you got to do it first. But yeah, nobody short hops like Sooneo because you're so scared of everything he's doing full screen. Ludi still has a chance though. Fatal Blow is gonna be huge in this matchup. I mean, one of the best options you could possibly get.
Oh. Are you kidding me? Sooneo tried to get so aggressive on the wake up, and Ludi just with it, he met him perfectly with the active frames of the jump kick. Sooneo caught disrespected, and it cost him not even his life because it's RoboCop. 1 HP.
Wait a minute. Now this is ship territory. This is ship territory. Can you even avoid it? He got over. No way. I can't believe that. That had to have been a mistiming. Or maybe you can just jump. Maybe that's just not plus enough that you can get a meaty low auto 9. But oh my gosh, that was like
I don't even know. Oh
I don't either.
My brain almost just broke.
That was like heartbreaker to heartbreaker to heartbreaker, but like it was just constantly changing which side was a heartbreaker for. But now Ludi, you know, after pulling off that super strong clutch, is just holding on to this momentum. What the down 2 trade?
Ooh, I think that was a risk as well. That just, I wasn't expecting to cancel the low shot either. I think it was a risk that Sooneo took with 0 resources. He's like, hey, I need to do something here.
I love the usage of the wrist cannon. Wrist cannon infamously hits super high up in the air, so it's trying to catch those kind of more instant air dashes and just control the airspace.
We'll see how well of a job it does in the second time around. Huge confirmation here. He's got the lead. But
that was kind of scary.
I don't think Ludi's come off his armor breaker, so Sooneo needs to be careful here.
Yeah, 1-1-1-1 string, which is a weird way to say that, is probably going to be it.
Did you say 1-1-1-1?
1-1-1-1 string, yeah.
Who has that? I don't know.
Oh, no! 1-1-1, more like 1-1 lose. Yeah, I know. He actually tried for the 1-1-1, which is pretty funny, but that's super rough.
Chef.
Big downside.
Too many ones.
Too many ones.
If he only did the one stand one.
Yep.
He would have been okay.
He needed to do 1-1, not 1-1-1,
One,
but just
not
1-1.
1-1.
1-1 would have won. All right, I like the standing 3, and I like any combo with standing 3 in this game. Every standing 3 in the game looks goofy. Oh, the delayed rocket! That was so smart.
Ooh. Soonio's getting aggressive with these throws.
Yeah, I mean, he's
reading the respect. Oh no, what a raid with the upshot. And now he has got the control in the air. I don't know if that was intentional.
No, that was...
Listen, man,
that was for sure a mistake.
I know it's his job to prevent robberies, but he's the one that just committed it.
Hey, sometimes you got to do... Oh, wait, I didn't even see that. There's like text on the top of his helmet.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that before. It
what does it
will...
say?
I don't know. I need a closer look. I'll pay attention next time if he wins again. But yeah, that was for sure a robbery. The 1-1-1 whiffing was very sad. That. Very, very sad.
Hanzo Hasashi speaks out. Friendship is the only pure thing left in this world. That's what it
Well, then that's what we got to see. We got to see a friendship. It's the only pure thing left.
I mean, Sooneo friendshipped into this grand finals, doing the robot. Will he be doing his robot and counting fat stacks of ECT's money here tonight with a victory? He's 2 games away.
Yeah, I mean, he's just that's one thing though too, is that every time that somebody comes from like a huge losers bracket and like wins all the way up through it, and then they get to grand finals, they always do really well at the start, but it doesn't look like Suneo's letting that even happen to begin with. Like, he's just already like applying enough pressure to make Ludi work as hard as he possibly can the entire time.
Oh,
Raw down 2. Footsie's down 2.
It was. That Footsie's down 2. That was an in-your-face down 2. Oh, wow, that was a forward dash into the wonderfully executed false block.
Good call out. Not trying for the wrist rocket there. Oh my gosh, the raw nomad dash. That's really the thing that turns games around.
If there's anything he should be arrested for tonight, it's
raw nomad dash.
Oh, I love that. Delayed forward 2. Ooh, and you were talking about footsies earlier. That was a beautiful walk up into that max distance of the back 3.
Yeah, that is a good normal. It's a little short, but it is fast, and it does hit mid, and you can technically confirm from it. Oh my god, he just did it! All right. You said it was the nomad dashes? This is what now he needs to be arrested for.
If you were to grab that, slow it down in like slow motion, you would see him barely outrunning the rocket across the screen.
Outrunning the rocket? That would look super sick. That would actually look super sick. Somebody needs to do that. They need to slow down the game so that Cabal looks like he's moving at normal speed and see what the opponent looks like. I
imagine that someone could edit it like you're doing a regular move with someone else, but you slow it down like the Quicksilver. I'm just gonna stop there, Ludi. You just took the words out of my mouth. You just ruined my thought process. Another raw nomad dash. Strikes again. It's on the front line of the newspapers.
It's a crime spree. It's a wave
Must
of
be
crime.
stopped.
Oh.
Raw nomad dashes, guys. They're getting out of control.
Will we see a third though? If there's 3, then I think he's a serial nomad dasher.
Oh no.
Oh,
it's more than 3, right?
Pressure. Yeah, but 3 in this game, I mean. I mean, it's way more than 3 overall today. It's like just way too many.
This is a scary spot. Ludi on the board.
Oh, there's so much damage.
Not another comeback studio. What do you have? 1 HP on the last one and 12 here with 1 defensive part. I don't even know. This is getting crazy.
You know what it hit there would be raw nomad dash.
It makes me think, it makes me think about how did this match go on the winner's side? Because if it was this close, jeez.
Yeah, the closest 3-0 ever. You could see at least how long it took. Nice flawless block on the 109. Not nice flawless block on the rocket.
Ooh, that was a nice delay on that. Actually got the hit. One of the most famous things to say in FGC history. Yeah, it was 3-0, but it was close.
Yeah, close 3-0. Almost got him.
Almost.
Almost. Just needed 3 more games.
I just needed to beat him 3 times. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, no, could have been worse. Oh, wait, back in the corner. Okay, didn't get punished, so I guess we take those.
Still in the corner. Oh, another aggressive throw.
Yeah, and I can throw out of the corner.
And in a spot that rocket is going to be enough damage for the kill. Sooneo has been a breath from being down 2-0. Instead, we also forgot to. Did you catch the helmet on that one?
No, it's too dark. It's too dark. I looked. Okay. I actually genuinely did look. Something and it will. I don't know.
But wow, has this been close? I don't think Suneo's got this in the bag quite yet. It has been down to the hit. Hanzo Hasashi again, guys. Friendship. It's the only pure thing left in this world. Keep that in mind. Wise words from a wise man. Although he's dead, so is he really?
Well, I mean, he's been dead for a long time. What, like 20, 25 years?
Something like that.
Yeah, right. Technically.
After MK11,
actually,
I don't know, man.
yeah, I guess so. No, I
Time's
mean,
kind of wonky.
time is wonky, and also in Mortal Kombat, people, whether they're dead or alive, is very ambiguous. With
It's
revenants and
questionable.
such, yeah, everything's questionable. We just don't question it. You know, that's the best option when you're a Mortal Kombat fan.
Also,
you're like, you know
also,
what?
No one's ever truly dead in MK.
Yeah. Except for
Man, that's what the flesh pits are for.
yeah, that's true.
Something like that. All right, here we go. Sooneo is looking to cement this tournament right here, right now, ladies and gentlemen. As I alluded to prior, we know that they play for passion and for pride, but nothing speaks more than money. A piece of $500 is on the line right here. Winner, taking home a lot more and taking home the glory. Sounds pretty sweet to
Passion,
me.
pride, and prize. They're about to get the prize. This is a good place to fight for money, honestly. In Kano's
Yeah,
club.
PvP. Sooneo finding his way to a health lead. A deficit!
Oh, no.
This could be the final nail in Ludi's coffin. That OCP charge cracking the armor and cracking the skull of this man to give him tournament point.
I have to be 100% honest. I forgot that was an armor breaker. I completely forgot at that point in time. But you know who didn't forget? Sooneo.
Whoa, held a parry in front of him. We haven't seen that at all tonight. If he parries a Nomad Dash, I'm gonna cry.
Even if he blocks a Nomad Dash, I'll be happy. Raw Nomad Dash, too powerful. Oh, the delay didn't work right there. And no, paying huge for the down 2 whiff. Meaty down
wow.
1. All right. Should be it, I think.
Sooneo just not blocking right there. Maybe trying to wake up buttons, wake up jump, but he ate a down 1 on wake up, but then he ate the pressure afterwards, cleanly.
Yeah, maybe just holding up and the down 1 was enough hit stun that he couldn't even get off the ground. I wouldn't be surprised knowing Sooneo and how much he likes to jump out of pressure. Ooh, the armor breaker back!
Responded kindly by Ludi right there. And look at that, Ludi block confirming that down 1 didn't go for the pressure afterwards, even though Sooneo was kind of holding it.
That was a weird down 2. I'm not sure that was intentional.
And it like messed up Ludi's input where he was trying to flawless block and he got the short hop, and it ended up being the right read because it hit him. I think both of their execution and decision making was backwards, but something cool came out of it regardless. Love to see it here.
Yeah.
Sooneo inching his way closer as he's down to 178 HP. Can he do it now?
Oh, that's really nice. Okay, so Fatal Blows here, yeah, that was definitely a bait on the breakaway, but I mean, you still get some nice damage, I guess. The big problem here is that I don't think you get really good Oki off this Fatal Blow. I think you're like just barely like that, like max range. Yeah. Oh, the sweep works. Oh, it's Oki, I guess.
Ludi with 2 back-to-back reads to cover exactly where Sooneo was going to be at that point in time. Went for the sweep, and that was a second or third time, almost in a row, that Sooneo was waking up with something that wasn't invincible, wasn't moving, and just got hit raw.
Yeah, I mean, you know, maybe Sooneo had the same thought that I did, you know, where it's like, okay, yeah, he's not really getting Oki on me. I'm just going to back away, and if he hits me with something, it's whatever. But clearly, Ludi experienced with that situation where people want to, you know, squeeze away, sneak away after the Fatal Blow hits. And so sweep, a great option because that does give you some Oki, and it's just perfectly fast enough and far enough. So that's it's a matchup thing that we all know now.
He survives 1 thus far. But in another timeline, he could have been up 3. He could have reset 3-0 by now. That's what's truly remarkable about the set so far, is that it has been that close. And Normally, I blow things way out of proportion because I'm a commentator, but it was down to 1 HP and 12 HP.
Yeah, no, it was easily that close. And I mean, especially with the mobility and damage, like it's always even closer than it seems like. It's just all down to one good read. I mean, there were a couple games where Raw Nomad Dash would have won the entire game, and it could have been a 3-0 reset. Oh, wow, didn't get punished. I did.
Not to a wonderful start here. Oh, if he would have committed there, jeez. The moment that Sooneo lost his defensive bar, he got hit 3 times. And that's all Cabal really needs. But man, that 1100 HP sure is coming in handy, isn't it?
Oh yeah, so many games. I mean, how many games? If he didn't have 1100 HP, this would have been a 3-0, right? Pretty much.
Oh, for sure.
I'm not afraid to say that. Yeah, that 1100
Imagine.
HP buff was like the weirdest, strongest buff of all time. I constantly see less than 50 HP Robocops win, and actually, it's always Sooneo. Every Robocop is Sooneo.
Every Robocop is Sooneo. No matter where they're playing in the world, they hand the pad off to Sooneo.
Round 2, fight.
It's you know, he like controls the mainframe. He controls the supercomputer. It's got to be an 80s supercomputer though that like is like less powerful than our phones, but he controls it, and it controls all the Robocop players' pads.
Ah, he's like a hive mind.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. There's been some rockets thus far. The zoning doing the damage for him here. Something a little bit different for Ludi here. Oh, he tried it. So, you know, a lot more projectile happy here, and if you remember those comebacks in third game, oh jeez, that was ridiculous. Those comebacks in the third game were from multiple correct air gas reads on a low shot. He didn't do a single low shot right there, well, maybe a couple full screen, but that was it. If he got beyond full screen, he didn't do a single low shot because he learned. That was just smart adaptation from Sooneo.
I do have to say though, just a minute ago we saw a duck under a wrist cannon and then full stand up into forward 2-2 punish. That was extremely perfect spacing and timing from Ludi, but he still is suffering from success, I guess, and he has to get back in.
It checks him too.
Ooh. That's a whip punish.
Checked him with so many straight rockets in this fourth game. Oh, he's showing up there. It didn't say punish. It didn't say counter hit. It didn't. He just wasn't blocking.
Yeah, it's so funny because Sooneo you did the short hop to try to bait something, but didn't bait the correct thing right there. Regardless, though, I mean that was some nice damage. But good knockdown. Oh, that's that. That is that. The down 2 for sure. The up 2. That was such a good call out. Friendship is the only pure thing left, and this was a pure 3-1 from Sooneo, making it all the way through. I mean, I guess his run was pure, you know, never going down to losers, giving everybody friendship and justice. That's what Sooneo is all about, you know, and definitely not annoying your opponent into losing tournaments. But no, I'm just kidding. As much as I like to joke about it, I love watching Sooneo. RoboCop, probably my favorite movie of all time. I still think it probably is. And Sooneo, I mean, we can say Sooneo #1 RoboCop, probably, right? Will people get mad at us?
I don't think that. Yeah, that 100% right now in the competitive space, Sooneo is the man behind the RoboCop, ladies and gentlemen, having such a huge run. He's going to be your champion here tonight. Congratulations. His run going through players like Hijinks, King Gambler, Ludi multiple times, and Gur going to be taking this week's East Coast Throwdown, Community Throwdown, Mortal Kombat 11. Chef, it's been awesome.
It has. And you know what? Actually, before we close out, though, I got to give a shout out to Ludi because that run was ridiculous. And getting eliminated by somebody who's technically in your scene twice, that's just going to happen. But I mean, that was, you know, I want to say, obviously, Sooneo won, but I want to say arguably the path that Ludi had to take throughout this tournament was maybe more ridiculous than that. But yeah, it was a great showing and a huge statement. But yeah, huge, I mean, congratulations to all of our players that made it into the top 4 today, because this was an extremely stacked bracket. And if you want to be in an extremely stacked bracket too and learn how to beat all of these killers, of course, it's still open. You know, you can sign up every single week. It's free, $500 pot bonus. Literally no reason not to. If you're working during that time, just quit your job. No big deal. Quit your job, play Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that it's just that simple. And if you're in the East Coast Throwdown Discord, they actually just post. Jeff, ladies and gentlemen, just quit your job and play MK. It's that simple.
It's that simple.
They just posted the link to the next week for Mortal Kombat 11 in the Discord as well. So go right there and sign up for the next one. Chef, it was awesome this week. What a turnaround from the prior one for MK11. The variety continuing both in characters and players. You love to see it.
Yeah, I'd love to see it, absolutely. So that's going to be it for us tonight. Thank you to anybody, especially anybody who's been watching through Melty Blood, but also who's been watching this tournament. But like Aquaman said, that's going to be it for us. So we'll see you all here next week, same time, same place. But that's it for us for now. So we're out. Thanks.